What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV. Man, oh man. The coon train don't fucking stop, man. So Ray Lewis, man. What could I say, man? This dude is just fucking disgusting, man, this guy. It don't stop. It just don't stop, man. Now he's telling Colin Kaepernick that he should keep his feelings and his thoughts and his actions to himself and just play football. Michael Vick, Ray Lewis, and don't even Stephen A. fucking Smith. These dudes, man. So if you didn't know, Ray Lewis and Shannon Sharp got into a big altercation. Well, a big argument, should I say? On Undisputed. Cause this motherfucker Ray Lewis feel the need to defend Steve Bisciotti. The owner for the Baltimore Ravens. He feel the need to bug dance and defend his master. That's what he feel like he's supposed to do. Cause Ozzie Newsome and John Harbaugh and Steve Bisciotti, they called Ray to get his take and his opinions on Colin Kaepernick. And then Skip Bayless asked him a simple fucking question. He said, who would you rather have, Ryan Mallett or Colin Kaepernick? This fucking guy, instead of answering the question, says, oh, I never played with either one of them. Now, I never played in the NFL. And I never played big-time college football either. But I played semi-pro with some of the best athletes in New Jersey and in New York. If you ask me, there's a player, there's a few quarterbacks in the semi-pro world. It's a quarterback that goes by the name of G-Block, who's fucking, he's dynamic. He's an athlete. He can throw the ball. Right? And then and I'm giving you this comparison because it came up Ryan Mallett or Colin Kaepernick. So then you had, then there's another quarterback in the semi-pro world by the name of Scotty Football, who's athletic. He's not as athletic as G-Block, but they're not the same quarterback. One is more pocket, the other is more athletic. So G-Block is more of a Colin Kaepernick, which he won 4 straight championships. Now Colin Kaepernick hasn't won any championships, but he went to the goddamn Super Bowl. So if you ask me, what quarterback would you rather have? I'm going to say I never played, because I never played with either one of them. So I'm going to say, listen, I don't know. I never played with neither one of them. Motherfucker, you don't have an opinion? Is there really is it really that hard? Has Colin Kaepernick fell off that much that you don't know whether you'd rather have Ryan Mallett or Colin Kaepernick? For somebody like Ray Lewis that played in the NFL? Cause he a bug dancing ass coon? That's what Ray Lewis is. And people that know me, people that's close to me, they know. I used to be the hugest Ray Lewis fan you could come across. That's just truth. His game on the field, loved it. But this dude is the worst. And the crazy thing is, he can't choose who he'd rather have, but he played in the Super Bowl and damn near lost to Colin Kaepernick. He faced Colin Kaepernick multiple times. Motherfucker, you don't know. If you play against a player, you know. It's one thing if he could say, I never played against neither one of them. And I never played with either one of them. But motherfucker, you played against Colin Kaepernick. So you know directly. He's the middle linebacker, he was the quarterback. So you directly played against this dude. So you don't know how hard it was to defend him? Colin Kaepernick didn't have that terrible of a year last year. He was on a terrible team. He was on a terrible team. So Ray Lewis can't choose between Colin Kaepernick and Ryan Mallett. You bug dancing coon. These are the dudes we can't deal with, man. We can't have these type of dudes. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And so him and Shannon Sharp got into it. And before I get to that, this dude answers Skip Bayless by saying, I never played with either one of them. I come from the beat of the locker room. Give me the best player. Wouldn't the best player be Colin Kaepernick, you bug dancing coon? Last year, Ryan Mallett didn't even fucking play. In the Super Bowl, when Ray Lewis played against Colin Kaepernick in the Super Bowl, now granted, I'm not saying that Colin Kaepernick is the same player he was in the Super Bowl. But damn it, Ray Lewis wasn't the same player in the Super Bowl he was in 2000. Nobody would have not chose him as the middle linebacker, as one of the top 5 middle linebackers in the league in that year. And he was hurt. He was a shell of himself. But damn it, Colin Kaepernick in that Super Bowl was 16 for 28 with 300 fucking yards. And a touchdown. And he ran for 62 yards and another touchdown. And just barely the last play of the game, it should have been pass interference, or they would have won the fucking Super Bowl. So you can't choose between this player, Colin Kaepernick, or Ryan Mallett? You got to be shitting me. And then he says, just give me the best player. So wouldn't the better player be Colin Kaepernick? Then he says, my view realistically is how bad Joe Flacco is hurt, whether we should bring in Colin Kaepernick or not, when he got a bad back. So Skip Bayless asked him, but what about if the back becomes a problem throughout the season? You don't think they should bring in Colin Kaepernick? And this bug dancing coon says, well, no, we don't know how long he's going to be hurt. We're not sure how long he's going to be hurt. So then Shannon Sharp chimes in and says, Steve, and quotes Steve Bisciotti saying, I like how he transitioned from sitting to kneeling. And then Shannon Sharp says, well, he still never mentioned the reason that he was kneeling or sitting to begin with. Then Shannon Sharp proceeds to say, now, did they call you when Dante Stallworth was drunk driving and killed somebody? Colin Kaepernick is taking a stand for his beliefs. Dante Stallworth was drunk driving and killed somebody. Somebody lost their life in that situation, and they brought him in. Then Shannon Sharp asks him, well, what about Terrell Suggs with the domestic violence, the situation with his wife? So Ray says, oh yeah, they definitely brought me in on that situation. See, here's the thing. Just like just like a coon. He gotta stand up for his master. We's a sicker master. So here you go. He jumps in. Oh, I don't. Here's the thing. I don't want you to put Steve Bichetti in a pickle. in a pickle. So then he proceeds to say, because when we're talking about these situations, well, you know, there's over 200 plus murders in the city of Baltimore. So Shannon Sharp intervenes and says, well, see, that's the problem, because we talking about police brutality. And whenever we talking about police brutality with minorities, blacks, they always try to deflect and say, oh, well, what about Chicago? What about Detroit? What about Baltimore? So they try to deflect the situation. And the funny thing about that is, if you really catch it, you really listen to it. Shannon Sharp says, see, this is what you, and then he changed it because he didn't want to have a all-out conflict with Ray Lewis on national TV. So he said, see, this is what you, then he said, this is, and then he said, what they do is try to deflect the original problem. And then he said, you want me to talk about or come up with a solution that you helped put me in. He said, see, when Pookie shoots Willie, he goes to jail. When the police shoot an innocent, unarmed black man, he go back to work. He's back on the force. So see, when they try to deflect and say, oh yeah, well, what about black on black crime? Well, guess what? Yeah, we're not trying to act like there's not black on black crime. There's definitely black on black crime. But guess what? We get punished for the black on black crime. I know that for a fact. Because I got friends right now serving life sentences for black on black crime. But there's no cops in there with them serving these life sentences for blue on black crime. Where's the justice for the blue on black crime? See, when black on black crime occurs, see, it works for them. Because you know why? When you have blue on black crime, when you have black on black crime, right? It's killing two birds in one stone. That kills two birds in one stone. You got a black one dead and another black one in jail. See, when it's blue on black crime, it's only killing one bird with one stone. That's the difference. Then Ray Lewis proceeds to say, oh, I live police brutality. Motherfucker, you did not live police brutality. Now, I'm not sure what he went through, as he was a youth growing up in Miami. But if he's referring to that situation he had when he was arrested for the double murder, motherfucker, somebody lost their life. And then he says, oh, Steve Bisciotti is not responsible for Freddie Gray. That ain't Steve Bisciotti's fight for what happened with Freddie Gray. And proceeds to say that he lived police brutality. What happened to Freddie Gray, two people wasn't dead when Freddie Gray was arrested. Two people was dead when Ray Lewis was arrested. And if not him, they were claiming that it was somebody in his camp. He was there. That's two different things. He's comparing apples to oranges. We talking about innocent people being pulled over and murdered for having no weapons, no drugs, or nothing, and being murdered for it. And there's no justice for it. Ray Lewis was in a situation where two people were murdered and he got off. Freddie Gray didn't get off. He lost his life. Ray Lewis is on a talk show. He won a Super Bowl after that. He got millions of dollars after that. So it's two different things. He's trying to act like, well, I live this. And I'm in the streets every day, taking the youth and showing them something different. What he's doing is taking our youth and showing them how to coon. Telling Colin Kaepernick, stay focused on playing football. Telling Colin Kaepernick to hide his beliefs, whether they're good or bad. Then he's going to say, well, Colin Kaepernick, well, Cap, if people really care about you, they pray for you. Colin Kaepernick is not receiving police brutality. He wasn't a victim of police brutality. Colin Kaepernick is just standing up for his beliefs, for the police brutality against his people, the people that look like him. So why does he need people? Because the NFL is blackballing him. He needs people to stand up and pray for him if they really care. So I guess the people that cheering him on for the stands that he's taking, for kneeling and the stands that he's taking in this situation, don't really care about him. That's what Ray Lewis is saying. Goddamn bug dancing coon. That's all I got, man. Can't believe this dude, man. That's all I got for y'all. Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, comment, like, and subscribe. Peace.
And I'm out 8 in the mall, dog. Clock 2 around here. What you do around here? And you know I keep my tool around here. My act a fool around.